Do you really want to finance a house for 40 years? Hi, this is Brian Crawford with New Mexico Dream House at Keller Williams. The mortgage world was rocked last week when Fannie Mae announced that they're going to start buying 40-year mortgages. If you're not familiar with Fannie Mae, they're a government-backed agency that buys certain loans. They're the ones that allow, first-time home buyers and 3.5% down on conventional notes, that sort of thing. So what it does, there has been a 40-year mortgage for quite some time, but they've been limited to local credit unions and banks and that sort of thing. But now Fannie Mae is going to start buying these. So it's expected that by October 2021, we're going to start seeing a 40-year mortgage hit the market. So what does that mean for you as a consumer? I think, if I'm looking at this correctly, and I'm not a licensed loan officer by any means, but I don't think it really means a whole lot for you. And if anything, I would be really careful about a 40-year mortgage. It might be the right option for you, but then again, it might not. So what I did is I made a logical conclusion. Right now, there's the most common loan packages are a 15 and a 30-year note. So advertised rates for interest rates on a 15-year note right now are 2.57%. And for a 30-year, they're around 3.16%, which is incredibly low historically. Now, I'm only assuming that a 40-year note will be a little bit higher interest rate. So I factored an amortization schedule for you at 3.75%. Now, obviously, this is just a guess, or an educated guess. But what I did is I made an amortization schedule for you to talk about what a 30-year versus a 40-year note might mean for you. So principal amount, $227,000. Why did I choose $227,000? Because that's the average sales price in San Juan County right now. Now, depending on down payment, these numbers could shift and change a little bit, but for the sake of our scenario, we're running these numbers at $227,000 financed. So, on a 40-year note at 3.75% interest, your payment amount will be $913.73. Now, that's principal and interest, not including insurance, taxes, and that sort of thing. That's simply principal and interest. 40-year note, at the end of that, you will have paid $211,595.03 in interest. That's for a 40-year note. Now, at a 30-year note with 3.16%, you're looking at a payment amount of $976.74. Now, your interest paid at the end of that is $124,626.89. So if I'm doing my math correctly, and I think I am, you're looking at around $85,000 more in interest by going with a 40-year note. And that only saves you, by the way, about $53 a month. So that's really not a huge benefit. Compared to the 15-year note at 2.57%, you're only paying $46,000 in interest, but here's the kicker. Your payment amount is $1,521.10. So you're about $600 a month more to go for a 15-year versus a 30-year. So if it were to drop your payment down several $100s a month, a 40-year note might be beneficial. But in all reality, I think we're going to start seeing these push because Fannie Mae is buying them and they're going to make a lot more interest on them. But is it the right thing for the consumer? I don't think it's the right move. Everybody's case is as unique as they are, so to speak. But if I'm paying $60 a month more to shave 10 years off my mortgage and $100 and something thousand in interest, I think that 30-year note is still the best product available. Now, I've owned houses with 10-year notes, 15-year notes, and 30-year notes at this point, and I've been really happy with a 30-year note. I think it's a good balance. It's a low monthly payment. I can pay extra on my principal each month if I desire to, but I can keep that payment nice and low. What I've realized, though, is a lot of people might go with a 40-year note just so that their payment's a little bit lower, and they're going to say, I'm going to pay extra on it. But what happens is you go out and you finance that new side-by-side instead, or you go out and finance something instead. Probably best to go with a 30-year note. That's just my opinion. Obviously, you want to talk to your financial advisor and your loan officer before you choose. 40-year note? I don't like it. Thanks for watching.